Dulwich Hamlet welcome the Met Police to Champion Hill this afternoon, looking for a first home win over the visitors for 27 years. Dulwich haven't played for a week and a half, but come into this game having lost their last 3 games and finally surrendered top spot in the table in a week in which they celebrated 125 years of existence. They were also boosted by the news that Reece Alassani is staying until the summer. They make a forced change today as Sanchez Ming replaces the suspended Ibrahim Kagbo. The Met currently hover just below the playoffs in 7th in the table and have picked up 4 points in the last 2 games. They advance to the semi-finals of the League Cup in midweek as they beat Enfield Town 2-1 at Invercourt, and Jim Cooper makes 5 changes. Dulwich recorded their biggest league win over the Met in the return game in November. Can they complete a double and end this hoodoo?
Also out there taking place, presentation to our Aspire Academy, Dulwich Hamlet FC. January Player of the Month, that's being done by Preston Edwards, and that goes to Luke Godwin. Put hands together for Luke. So we'll see Luke in action for the first team in a couple of years. Also, we thank you to our mascots, to Hal Uppington, who's turning 8, and we will be having 1 minute silence for Dave West. He passed away this week. He was a fan of the Hamlet, of Croydon, of Folkestone Invicta, of many sports across many places where we all knew him. We're very much saddened by his death, but he was a great friend to this club. He gave up a lot of time, took a lot of photos, and was generally well regarded by everybody who met him. So please be upstanding for a 1 minute silence. Today's family and friends, we offer our condolences from everybody at the football club.
Tom Bird has a free kick inside the centre circle to send forward. Hales is backpedaling, usually good in the air, and make sure he wins that one. Up towards Clunas it goes. Just tripped Robertson. And it's going to be Bird, and he does float it to the far side of the area. Headed on. It's away for a goal kick. First half chance of the game going the way of the Met Police. Green usually good in these aerial battles. Heads that on. Arthur under pressure. Alassani's nipped in, so is Clunas. Here goes Alassani. Hacked down. That's a free kick on the edge of the area. It's a poor challenge by Jeremy Arthur. He's going to get a booking, first of the game. First time Alassani's just been given that bit of space to stretch his legs. Clunas helped him out there as well. Good little touch onto his strike partner. This is not what you want to concede a free kick though. Arthur can't really have any complaints about that. Any level of football, you're going to get a booking for that, and that's the first one of the game. Williams has put a lot of bodies in that wall. Chambers has joined them. Carew's first sight of goal for the afternoon. It's a good little save that. Williams got a hand on it. May well have been a replica of the Merstham goal otherwise. Got it up over the wall this time, Carew. And needed the save by Williams. Carew towards near post. Green's there, off the line. Shouts of handball, I think. Certainly by Green. Well defended on the goal line. Clunas trying to keep it alive. Dulwich are so good attacking corners and set pieces this season. Macklin trying to control the other end. He won't do so, and Taylor will mop up. 2 good chances then for Dulwich in a minute. Green, powerful header. Kept out on the goal line. Not sure who got the touch from the defence. Carew, well controlled. Beanie. Ferguson, great looking ball. Here's Ming, men in the middle for him. Alassani! Saved by the goalkeeper, a bit of a bundle. Carew's in there as well. Alassani can't finish from a couple of yards. I think Williams has taken a real knock here. Not sure he was colliding with Alassani or his defender. What an excellent pass by Ferguson in the build-up there. Ming on the perfectly weighted cross as well, and both sets of medical staff are going to be needed on the field here. Brave goalkeeping at the feet of Alassani there. Would expect him to score though, if I'm honest. Dulwich front man, he's receiving some attention. Well, they do have Scott Tarr on the bench, who's a veteran, more of a goalkeeping coach these days than a goalkeeper. Maybe plays one game a season, but I wouldn't want to bring him on if possible. Williams is okay. Gavin James, Lloyd Macklin ran into Beanie and loses out as a result. Here's Carew. Clunis now. The runner to his right is Ferguson. Clunis goes on himself for the time being. He's got two ahead of him. Still Clunis, just wide. Just trying to open his body and find the far corner. Not a bad effort by the Dulwich number 7. Ferguson allowed him some space by taking a runner with him to his right. The kind of shot that Clunis likes to take, opening his body. Gasson still forward, took a bobble, so decided not to cross straight away. Laid back by Mummery to Fidesz. Can he wrap his foot around the shot perhaps? Lays it off. Macklin will shoot. Just stretching for it in the end. Dulwich will break with Clunis. Green coming forward to his left as well. Just got to hold on to the ball for now, Clunis. Beanie's over on his right. Here's Green, he uses in the end. Up against Ryland Myers. Green crosses. Beanie arriving, can't quite get a toe on the ball. Not the tallest player in the world, Beanie, and was at full stretch there. Williams got his bearings wrong. Ball sailed over his head. Beanie couldn't quite nip in at the far post to score that. Only got 3 this season from midfield. Hasn't scored since October. The skipper not happy with himself. Good counter-attack though from Dulwich Hamlet. Also not maybe been their fluent best. They have created probably 3 or 4 decent openings in this opening 26 minutes. Hales looks for Clunis. Nice touch. Alassani bundled over. It's a foul by Robinson. And a yellow card for the Met Police skipper. Again, Alassani just looking to get away. The Met Police bench are incensed at that decision. Second player after Arthur to go in the book for them. Again, it'll be Bird to deliver. Another free kick in this first half for the Met Police. Edwards has called it. Got in a real mess there. It's come for James. We had more time than that. That's gone all the way across for a throw-in. Edwards colliding with Green and with Hales. Met Police man down as well. And Dulwich injuring their own players at the moment. Green, obviously there's concern for him because of his shoulder injury earlier in the season. Hales is back on his feet as well, which is a good sign, but Edwards there made a bit of a hash of that. I think they'll be happy for a point today, the Met. Chambers looking for Alassani. Always dangerous. Glimpses of his brilliance so far in this game. Had a hat-trick by now, though. I think it's Imbercourt. James lines up the early shot, took a deflection. Took it beyond the reach of Edwards and then away for a corner. Could have gone anywhere, that shot in the end from Gavin James. Luckily for Dulwich, it's spun away. They have to concede a corner. Ferguson drops for Clunis. Alassani's onside. Is he going to get hold of the ball? Yes, he will. Looks up. Nice little drag back against Arthur. Needs some help now, Alassani. Does cross in the end. Ferguson brings it down out of the air. Beanie takes it wide. Green. Early cross. Clunis didn't gamble. Another yard and Dulwich would have had a lead. Clunis just a bit slow to make his run there. Similar to the Kenny Beanie one. Wicked cross by Green. Goalkeepers hate them. Never sure whether to come or not. Chambers heads inside. Cruz under pressure here. Good pass in the end. Ming. It's poor from him. Bird how to come on unopposed for the time being. Ferguson looking to hurry him up now. Dangerous area. It's over. Macklin goes down. Didn't ask the question of the referee. Chambers was in close proximity. Delay here for Taylor to receive some attention.
Also a reminder, please, to help us to carry on trading by dropping your loose change and those notes you don't want.
So away from the football, it's been a historic week for the club, the 125th anniversary of Dulwich Hamlet Football Club. It was believed to be a meeting on the 28th of January 1893 which formed the club. And here comes the Dulwich vice-captain, Mark Weatherstone. Not a good sight for Quay Taylor or Dulwich. They do have Anthony Achimpong out on loan at Welling at the moment. He must have come back, I don't know. Weatherstone doesn't get the touch. It comes through to Bailey Mummery. Off the crossbar. Dulwich should be able to clear. Hales finds Beanie. Nearest Met Police have come in this first half. Mummery struck that so sweetly. Scored in midweek. Edwards, little he could have done had that found the back of the net. Would have been some strike to beat him. Dulwich survived. Beanie across the green, coming in field. Well, that wake Dulwich up before the break. Alassani, excellent first touch. He's got three in the middle. Can he pick any of them out? Alassani still. Well, he can't. And that's the half-time whistle. Dulwich won't have time for the corner. They've been on top in this first half. Chambers turns Fidesz and comes forward with the ball. Inside Ferguson, had a look over his shoulder to see who was around. Carew. Now Beanie. Carew. Beanie looking for Alassani. That's another foul by Robinson, who's got to be careful. He has been cautioned. Robinson trading a fine line. Weatherstone's been booked for remonstrations there. Third dangerous area. Hales tries to clear. It's a bit of pinball going on. Blocked by Beanie on the line. Shouts of handball. Referee gives a penalty. Took a while to think about it, and a red card for the Dulwich captain. Big moment in this game, and Dulwich for consecutive games are down to 10 men. Referee thought long and hard about that. He didn't give it straight away. Beanie showing a straight red card. If he's deemed it's a handball. Oh, it's a big call from the referee. A bit of pinball going on initially. It was a scuff shot. And Beanie blocked on the line. I must say, it looked like from chest here. I need to see it again. Beanie incensed, Dulwich incensed. Met Police players and bench went up and won as one. And the Met, who scored a penalty in this fixture last season. Long delay then. Macklin is ready. Scored 4 penalties this season. And Edwards saves! And he keeps him out in both games this season. And there's afters as well. Edwards straight out, he's pumped up. What a save that is! You can hear the roar around the stadium there. Diving to his left, it's a big hand from Edwards. He's saved 4 of the 7 he's faced this season. Big, big save. Dulwich do still only have 10 men, of course. Chambers, bit of pinball going. Macklin again puts it over the top. Goal kick. Ten minutes gone already in the second half as Robinson launches another one into the area. It's come through for James. Arthur Fidesz creeps wide of the far post. They're having some chances, the Met Police. First half substitute for Dulwich, taking over the captaincy with Beanie's dismissal. Featherstone towards Clunis. Arthur gets half a touch. It comes to Clunis though in the end. Lines up the shot, palmed away by Williams. Strong one, that by Clunis. Will certainly travel in, and Gasson puts it out off Clunis for a throw in. Couple of shots from distance in this game for Clunis now. Myers. Robertson. Dulwich are sitting a bit deep here, allowing the Met to come onto them for the time being. James loads it off Bird. Woods prevents the corner. Fairly comfortable save for the goalkeeper. Bird. Bird can cross, headed on. A goal kick, I think. Never in any danger or troubling Edwards. That header. Carew. Galasani wanting the ball. Hunger to get hold of it. Now Chambers supporting the attack. Ferguson. To go backwards for the time being. Slip of the defender allows Alasani possession. Chance for him. Alasani, what a save that is! Williams saved that. That's a tremendous stop and no one spotted it. Mummery, two ahead of him, one to his right. Myers tries to find Macklin through the middle. Probably had a better option there. Hales prevents the corner. Myers was in so much space. Hales with his balls giving it away though. Mummery blocked by Carew. Both players going in there, Mummery and Green. Well, this is going to be an interesting decision the referee's got to make here. Mummery looked like he went and studs in. Green though with the more physical contact. The assistant would have had a good view down below us. Mummery's come off really badly there. Mummery's okay. The way he was rolling around looked like it could be more serious, but able to walk off at least, which is good. Mummery rejoins the action. As Robinson sends the long throw in. Helped on Ming, good clearance from him as James ready to pull the trigger there. Bird, another long shot from him. Robertson, Mummery. Carew blocks his pass. Robinson has hurt himself there. Now he has been booked in the first half and was spoken to at the start of the second. I'm going to have a change in a moment. Callum Keeley's going to come on for the Met. Hales coming out of defence with the ball. He's got Ming to his right and he's picked him out. This is Dulwich's moment in this game. Running at Bird. Into the area of Ming. Not what his hide needed there. Went for goal in the end. Jeremy Arthur. Easy ball forward. Look at the space for Callum Keeley. They seem to have a spare man all the time in these attacks. Macklin. Might still be a shot on hit. There is. Edwards will have to watch it all the way. Almost spilled at the feet of John Nurse. Shot came in from Fidesz. It was a relatively straightforward one for Edwards, but almost made a mid of it. Met Police curse looking like it's going to continue for the time being. Green. Ferguson. Deep ball in. Williams has made a mill of that. It's come for Ming. Couldn't quite control as he liked originally. Now Carew. Ferguson. He goes for goal. Strikes across it and away for a goal kick it goes. Dulwich are going to make a change in a moment. And so he rolls out to Weatherstone. 5 minutes there or thereabouts to go. Still the Dulwich changes weight. Hales, nice ball forward. Ferguson. Excellent through ball. Here's Clunis. Can he look up and find a teammate in the middle? Beats one. Clunis! Saved! Ming tries to arrive. Still Ming! Good tackle. That's a fair challenge in there. Dulwich fans want a penalty. At the other end, Nurse goes in. Gets away from Hales. Still John Nurse. Scuffed his shot wide. Well, Dulwich fans wanted a penalty. That was a fair challenge in there on Ming. Clunis going for goal. Williams made the save. And then Ming couldn't quite get to the rebound. Weatherstone makes his way back into around the penalty spot to help his side defend this corner for the Met Police. Their fourth of the game. In by Fidesz. Chambers heads it back his way. Take a touch. Delivers again. This time it's Crew. Better header. Robertson fancies the early shot. Takes a deflection. There's another corner. Edwards already committed. There has been little he could have done. And that deflected in. Scary moment. Fidesz again to swing this in. Edwards goes to the punch. Away by Green. Alassani comes inside. Dulwich on the counter. Still Alassani. And still. Can he do this all himself? Alassani! Oh, he's blazed over. You back him to hit the target there. Desperate lunge in there from one of the Met Police defenders, just trying to bring him down. And Alassani can't hit the target. This quest for a goal goes on. Weatherstone. Carew. Green. What a ball. Here's Alassani. Wins a corner. Only their second of the game. This needs to be a great delivery. They played it short. Carew. Well, surely Dulwich would have been better to play that into the penalty area. Look at the counter-attack now. This might open up for the Met Police. It's Nurse. Hales gets half a touch. It's still come through to a player. Macklin. John Nurse. Blocked by Crew at the other end. Well, why didn't Dulwich Hamlet put the ball in the penalty area there? Why on earth would they play it short at that stage of the game? Here's Fidesz. Puts it in. Hales nods away. Myers, does he fancy a pop at goal here? Yes, he does. Tame in the end. On his weaker foot. We've had 5 minutes of injury time. We can't have much more to play now. And Dulwich will be 4 games without a win. A real stutter in their quest for promotion. Referee blows for full time. He'll be an unpopular man inside Champion Hill this evening. He was at the centre of the biggest moment of the game, which saw Kenny Beanie dismissed, given a straight red card for a supposed handball on the goal line, which gave the Met Police a penalty. That was missed by Lloyd Macklin. A tremendous save by Preston Edwards, diving to his left to keep it out. Dulwich had so many chances in the first half. Luke Williams kept out. Ashley Carew. Nathan Green had one headed off the line. But, that red card changed the complexion of the match. Dulwich didn't create too many chances after that. The hoodoo against the Met Police continues for another season. It will be some 28 years by the time they next play again, since they'll have last beat them in a home game in the Isthmian League. Final score at Champion Hill is Dulwich Hamlet 0, Metropolitan Police 0.
And I hope they'll be back here again in the future.
Preston, at the start of the day, if you'd said 0-0 would be the result today, you'd say it'd be 2 drop, but does it feel like a point gain given the second half?
Yeah, probably. It stopped the rot as well. Kept back to a clean sheet as well, but obviously disappointing to not to get the 3 points, and we desperately need it. But with 10 men, you look at it as a positive in terms of getting a result, but we want to get 3 points, and yes, 0-0 stops the rot in terms of the losses, but it's all what matters to me is 3 points.
Does it feel like a bit of luck going against you at the moment?
I think so. It's back-to-back red cards, isn't it? And we played a long time with 10 men, but we can't use that as an excuse for us to everything going against us. We've just got to, puck up our chest and go even harder.
Jim, at the start of the day, if someone had said you're getting a point today, you'd be pretty happy. But given the fact you had a man extra in the second half, do you feel like you maybe could have done enough to go and win the game?
Yeah, the first point, definitely we would have taken a draw here all day long before we turned up. Yeah, slightly tinged with disappointment. I think that we probably deserved it, the 3 points with the chance we created. But probably more pleasing for me is the way our youngsters came into the game after the first 20 minutes, and they was in awe of Dulwich and the setup and the fans and whatever. And then they settled, and we then matched them even with 11 v 11. So I'm very, very pleased with our progress this year.
What did you think of the second half performance in particular? You're getting the balls into wide areas, just maybe couldn't get need more runners in that penalty area just to try and put the Dulwich defence on a bit more pressure? Yeah,
100%. I mean, that was our game plan. I mean, that's the reason why we set up with the 5 and then 2 boys off of our front 2 today. We told them to get the ball out wide and then put early deliveries in and get numbers in there. Like I say, I think the first 20 especially, the guys were, especially Ryland at right back against Greeny. I think even when we went forward, Ryland was marking Greeny rather than trying to make him defend against him. And then the second half, it was role reversal and showed how dangerous Ryland could be. Yeah, that was our game plan. Did it work? No, because we didn't score a goal. But like I say, I'm happy with a point here.
Probably unlike the Wingate game, we actually had the chances before the red card happened today to maybe go in with a half-time lead. Yeah,
well, Sanchez and Nathan Green have put in some great balls, and the keeper's made a few good saves, but a few weeks ago we would have been banging them in the back of the net, but this is our luck at the moment.
One probably downside from the game was Bailey's injury. It doesn't look too good for him.
No, I think it's his ligaments in his knee. For me, I'm not too sure about the penalty. As soon as the penalty decision was given, Scott Toll and I, we were out because we thought it was deliberate handball. And we thought, well done, referee. Kenny's an honest lad and says it just hit him in his stomach area. I mean, I haven't seen the video, I don't need to. The referee gives what he sees. And then I think that Dulwich are lucky not to be down to 9 men. It was a over-the-top tackle. They both went in, stretching for the ball, but Bailey gets there first, wins the ball with his studs down low, and I just thought it was a pretty, it was a reckless tackle that should have got a red card and didn't even get a free kick.
Another penalty save for you this season, tremendous save as well.
Yeah, I've saved another one from him before, so I mentioned that before the penalty. So it's just a little few mind games. Luckily, I saved it.
What was your view on the penalty? Obviously, you were in that vicinity. Did you think it was harsh at the time?
To be completely honest, I didn't see it because the ball was behind me. But Beanie was adamant that it hit his chest and not his arm. But the referee's given it. But I just thought it was very harsh. He struck it from 4 yards out, and it's hit his mate. If it did hit his arm, it's very difficult to get it out of the way, and it doesn't look like he's thrown it in the air, but these things happen.
And obviously you mentioned the first 20 minutes or so, I think we had a shot tipped over and one off the line as well, so you must be pleased just coming through that period just to get a foothold on the game.
Yeah, indeed, and then as a game, first half went on, we had one hit the underside of the bar and we had a couple of half chances as well, so I think overall, chance for chance, I think we probably had the better of the chances. And if you look at that in isolation against a side as good as Dulwich, like I say, we can consider ourselves very disappointed not to win the game if we had more chances than them, but most definitely to come here and get any result, and I appreciate, and Gav, and I'm not laughing because Gav's a good friend of mine, they just can't beat us at home, can they? I think it's 14 years, certainly since I've been in charge, that we haven't lost at Dulwich here, I think. You know, I'm chuffed with a point, I've got to be honest, and we can look forward to Billericay and hopefully do Dulwich a favour next week.
Looking at that now, getting a draw, hopefully it'll set us right and go back to winning ways from next weekend.
Yeah, well, definitely. We need the 3 points. The chasing pack are coming up against us. I think it'll be hard to catch Billericay, obviously with the games in hand and everything. So we've got to make sure we secure second place and make sure the chasing pack are still far away from us, and make sure our games in hand are crucial to us as well.
We're a young side. We have a good opportunity to make the playoffs. If I'm being brutally honest, which I am always with the players, I've mapped out how many points I think we'll get, which may put us into the playoffs, and I didn't put any points down today. So it is a bonus point in relation to us trying to achieve our goal of making the playoffs. But like I say, tinged with a little bit of disappointment, I think we deserved and should have got the 3 points.